Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge sweeping taper with 9-arm chandeliers. This is the 101459. Beautiful fixture. I've sold a lot of these. Lots of details to talk about. Let's dive in. So 26.3 inches is going to be the height of the fixture by itself, and that's from the bottom of the fixture to the top. There's a loop where the first piece of chain is going to leave from there. 32 inches in diameter. And that's really going to be glass-to-glass measurement because that's your farthest point. And I want to talk about more details, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the install sheets. These are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, and how we're going to do that is if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right-hand side of the screen, midway down, there's a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So there's a lot of good info there that we need to talk about to give you more details. So you are going to see that there's a full parts list, and on that full parts list, it's a mouthful. Okay, you've got a 5-inch round diameter canopy. This is going to be going on the ceiling over your 4-inch junction box. There's a bracket on the back of that, and they just connect up, and it hides it beautifully, as you can see. You'll notice there's a loop right here, and that's going to be hanging that's where you're hanging your chain from, coming down. It is going to ship with 36 inches of chain. That's 3 feet just to begin with, automatically going to be in the box. So that's what we start with. 15 feet of wire, and that's going to be more than enough to get you down from a second story. If you need more wire than 15 feet, contact me. We do custom for that. If you have a 3-story foyer, and that does happen. We do a lot of hospitality, and those are bigger buildings. And that means you're going to need more chain. So if you need more chain in any circumstance, contact me as well. Chain has a seam on the side of it, so there's a longer side, has a little seam on the side, and there is a tool that opens and closes chain, so you can use as little or as much as you want. You can add those 3-foot lengths together, so there's no big deal there. You're also going to notice it's going to be coming with this guy. This is a retaining ring tool, and this is going to help you put the glass on. It's going to take this little guy here is a plastic retaining ring, and it has a little ridged side and a flat side. And you're going to notice that here's our little friendly socket set up. Okay, and you've got 9 of these, don't forget. So you know, we don't have to go too crazy as far as lamping goes, because even a 60-watt equivalent LED is going to throw a ton of light, and I'll talk about that in a second. Anyway, so porcelain Type B chandelier socket. This guy really just screws down over it like that. Okay, but it's hard to get your hand into the glass to do that. You know. So this guy comes to the rescue. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the retaining ring, you're going to take it with that notched side, all those little notches, and it's going to fit right into this guy. There's notches on the flared end of this too, so it just accepts it. Then I generally will just take it, you put the glass over the socket, you basically just lower this over that, and then you're going to slowly put this in, and it's going to just tighten over the socket, the threaded socket holding the glass down. When you're done, you're going to take it out. This will not be there because it's going to be on the socket. Take this and throw it into a kitchen drawer someplace and forget about it for about 5 or 6 years until you see it again and wonder what the hell it is. So anyway, moving on from there, let's talk about that glass really quick. And the other thing is, you're going to be asking, so why can't I use this kind of light bulb in here? And the reason why is because the hole in the bottom of this glass is only large enough to accommodate, so not this, but this is that bigger socket. It's going to only be large enough to accommodate this, which is the smaller socket. So that's what that's all about. Now let's talk about what you can put into this, because a lot of you guys are asking, can I use LEDs in this? And there's absolutely no reason why you can't, and I would totally recommend it. So there's a couple LEDs you could do as far as shapes go. This is a G16.5, and that just means globe, and the 16.5 is the size of the bulb. And this is just what's called a torpedo bulb. And you can also put a flame tip, and they make these in flame tips. So these are phosphorus LEDs, okay? That's what those orange strips are. You know, you're probably used to a lot of these being LEDs, and there are probably some of these that exist. The reason I like these is, well, let's go back to this. So even the smaller version of this, the bottom, this white part, this opaque white part is a driver, and it doesn't let light go down. So when you have these kind of things, light goes up like that, which is fine in some circumstances. But when you get into these kind of things, I don't want a shadow. I don't want a shadow down here. I want light coming up and down too. And something like this is going to do that. So it's going to do that beautifully. So you can find these on Amazon. I found these in Lowe's. I found them at Home Depot. And local hardware stores have them. You can choose your you know, the wattage equivalent, and don't forget you've got 9 of these, right? So even if you did 60 watt equivalent or 40 watt equivalent, it's going to really add up. It's a dimmable fixture. Make sure that bulbs that you buy are going to be dimmable. That's going to be pretty important. You can choose your color temperature. That's also very important. I tend to like the warmer light of an incandescent bulb like this. You know, that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. Some of you guys may like that doctor's office hospital white, also called daylight. That is 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. It's really up to you. There's no right or wrong answer. But if you want that glow of candles, go for the 3,000 Kelvin warm white. Buy dimmable bulbs and put it on a very good dimmer, and you should be good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variants on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.